I am breaking weights. I've got a time restraint today. I've got to get all this weights broke, pull the surf weights, get it to Porty Outfitters so that way they have weights, because I don't know if they're out. At the amount they ordered, they probably got cleaned out of the weight. So I want to make sure that they don't go another Saturday and Sunday without my gear on the shelves. It just sucks. I just barely got the call, but again, too, they could have been so busy that they did not get a chance to get the order out faster. Hey, doing, boss? Doing all right. How can I help you?
Any fresh bait?
I got frozen shrimp, frozen squid, fish bites, nothing live.
Okay. And as far as your spider weights?
I got a ton of them over there, boss.
All right,
I got light, medium, and heavy action. What kind of fishing are you going to be doing?
We're going to try out the jetties first. See.
Slot reds?
Hopefully.
Get to the end.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing, but I'm also hearing like all the turnarounds and stuff like that coming back this way, like in the Flower Bluff, all those turnarounds and all of that, hit all of those as well too, because a lot of the reds are over there as well. So yeah, we definitely keep us posted, because one of the things that nobody's really sharing is what they're hitting on. Everybody's showing they're catching them, but they're not showing what they're hitting them on. So
yeah, they told me spoon, they told me mullet. But,
I've heard spoons, mullet, I've heard shrimp,
yeah.
cut bait, live bait, like I've heard all kinds of goody stuff. But again, too, we don't, it may be one of the things that, depending on where they're fishing, and if they get into the school, that whatever they're throwing just happens to be right where they're at, and that's what gets them to go off. Yeah.
All right, appreciate very much.
How'd you hear about us, boss?
Thank you.
That was quick. Okay. Timothy, Fishing with Jared, Wingstop, Christopher Vela, Kruger's Automotive, and Hurting for Sturgeon. Y'all guys are on point, man. Good morning, good morning. It is Saturday. I'm making my morning coffee here. Trying to get that going so that way I don't start yawning, because normally I get up and it's trying to start. I'm fighting it. But I don't know. We'll see what's up. I've got a crap load of weights here in front of me to get broken up, and I know I don't think they poured everything. Sorry, I'm doing that because there's honey on there, and I don't want to get all over my little funnel that I use for getting my coffee into the cup here, or my water bottle. So let's see, 1 ounce of diesel in my coffee usually adds a pep to my step. I would have to agree with you. Panama City right now for a fall break. That's cool. I've never been there. Wait, Panama City. You're talking about Panama City, Florida? Or I know there's like multiple Panama cities, so it really all depends where you're at. But I have, they poured 6 ounce pyramids, 4 ounce egg weights, 8 ounce egg weights, and just kind of give you an idea. I'm going to show y'all what I'm working with. Well, Panama City, Florida. I think I've been there one time, but not for partying. It was more for like family, so didn't really get to sightsee it like that. So that tray, that's my hand there. So that gives you an idea of how big it is. Like, that's a lot of weights right there. There's what I already started breaking up while I was on the phone talking with Hawkeye from last night. He was the gentleman that didn't get my return call when I called back. You know, we missed each other, which is, it's okay, but I'm just glad he called us back. We talked about some slow pitch jigging, and you know, I learned a bit because I've never done slow pitch jigging. But every time I look at YouTube videos about slow pitch jigging, it doesn't tell me nothing. I didn't learn anything. But again, too, they don't start explaining something within like the first 20, 30 seconds, you know, then I move on. You know, I don't have a lot of time to watch an hour-long video for them to guess where they're going to finally tell me that information of what they're doing and stuff like that. So, you know, I normally try to follow that same standard here, that I give you an idea of what we're doing, but our shop is so fluid that we could be cleaning weights and then somebody walks in and then it turns into a spooling video. So, yeah. For life, what's up, brother? How you doing? Alright, so who is out fishing today? I gotta break all these weights because I also have a time. Like I said, I got a time limit. I gotta be hitting the road here in a bit. So, Matt B, what's up, boss? How you doing? So I'm breaking and cleaning weights at the same time so I can get this done because they ordered 100 pounds of the, let me double check that. It might be 200 pounds, but I think it's 100 pounds of the 4 and the 6 ounce egg weight. Sorry, I'm talking to Shark.Eric real quick because he texted me late last night and I was I'm sorry, I got out of his comment, and you know, once I responded to him, and then Facebook popped up, and the first thing that popped up was jacked up Leatherworks. Things you need to know if you move to the south. The possum is a flat animal that sleeps in the middle of the road. Oh my God, that is. There are 5,000 types of snakes. 4,998 of them live in the south. There are 10,000 types of spiders. All 10,000 of them live in the south, plus a couple of no one's seen before. If it crawls, it will stick you. If it crawls, it will bite you. Once and twice are words. It is not a shopping cart, it is a buggy. Jaw Paul means, did you go to the bathroom? Oh no, Jaw P means, sorry, Jaw P means, did you go to the bathroom? People actually grow, eat, and like okra. Huh? No, I'm good. Now, wife and all of them, yeah, they're weird. They're weird. So, fixing into is one word. It means going to do something. There's no such thing as lunch. There is only dinner and there's a supper. Iced tea is inappropriate for all meals, and you start drinking it when you're 2. True. Yeah. We do like a little tea with our sugar. It is preferred as to the wine of the South. Backwards and forwards means I know everything about you. Yeah. The word jeet is actually a question, meaning did you eat? Oh man, it goes on and on, but y'all, he's got probably about 10 more, and I'd like to sit there and chat about it, man, but I've got to get back to work over here. Jacob with Jacked Up Leatherworks. If y'all haven't checked out his YouTube channel, you need to check it out. He's one of our channel sponsors here as well, and definitely great people. So no doubt for sure. So I know. Wow, $4.479 for a bank or a pyramid. Wow, right. Well, our egg weights and our pyramids here, when we can get cheaper lead, we can drop down to 35 cents a pound, or 35 cents an ounce. So that'll come out to less, like, what is it, 35 times 8? I can't even think of the math right now. 0.35 times 8, you're looking at $2.80. If we have to pay a higher amount, then it goes to 40 cents an ounce. Then it'll be $3.20 an 8-ounce weight. Now it goes for both bank and egg weight. Our surf weights, they cost a little bit more. They're in the $4 range, but because we have to add stainless steel to it, and we got to do more prep work to the weight. Obviously, we got to cut the wire, bend the wire, shape the wire, and then pour the lead into it, and then we got to come back and kind of repeat the process, where y'all have seen me clean my surf weights like that. So just kind of a heads up on that. But yeah, if you want to buy weights from us, we ship up all the time, and we do flat rate priority, so that we can get up to, it says 70 pounds, but we'll do about 60 in a box, just so that way we don't kill your delivery driver. A lot of them get upset when they have to move a big old heavy weight like that, but USPS has got some hardcore delivery guys too that will get the weight to you. So if you want to get a few guys together, y'all could definitely save some money that way. And because it is flat rate priority shipping, it can offset those higher costs there. So I don't know, just food for thought there. I guess you can run the math and see if it is beneficial to y'all. But I will tell y'all this, a lot of times what we do, because the way I set up my shipping is, okay, you want to buy pyramid weights, say these are the 6 ounces, and you want to buy those. Okay, so they normally would fit into a small flat rate box. However, if you choose to buy from us and you buy so many that it doesn't fit in a small flat rate box, I will pay the difference to get you into a medium flat rate box, no extra charge to you. That's where the money saving comes in, because you pay for a small flat rate. If you buy enough that it goes into a large flat rate, same deal. You just pay the small flat rate fee with us, and I will hook you up with the difference and get you into a large flat rate box, because the way I see it, you're buying in bulk, I should be able to offer you some kind of discount, and that's where we normally go to. Now, if you're buying in bigger bulks than that, then, you know, see if the store around you or the dealer is willing to purchase from us, and maybe by us dropping what they naturally get the weight for over there, maybe they can work the prices better for you over there, where they can actually drop the prices for you. So, little food for thought, guys. There's a bunch of ways we can help out. You just gotta let us know what we need to do. Wow. Jeez, yeah, send us that video for sure. Wow, that's crazy. So, I did see a post up yesterday about, and it was a very important video. Rachel Caballero, who's running for city council at large over here, she explained on her video about how, like, right before you go to the polls, a lot of these politicians go out there and they start telling you of all the positive things that they are going to do when they are in office. So that sits freshly on your mind. And because of that, a lot of people forget what they did while they were actually on that position or in that position. You know, like how they screwed the city for this or they screwed the city for that. And it was a lot of food for thought on thinking that, because yes, obviously when you're going up to the polls, try not to remember the commercial you just saw. Actually do your homework and check out what they did while they were in office, because that's how a lot of these guys stay in office, is they show you all the good things or the one good thing that they are hitting on, and that's all you remember. Oh yeah, that's right, he's doing this. Really think about it. Read the fine print on that guy. Like, what has he done in the long haul for you, and how has he consecutively kept doing the right thing for the city or whatever. So just a little food for thought there, guys. So, no. What? I saw the video lollygagging there for a minute. And what's crazy, I just had a conversation with AT&T last night telling them how good it has been running, but that the last several, a couple of months ago, I lost a lot of revenue because we could not be live on our YouTube channel because it kept bogging us down. So, and they're like, well, you need to go upgrade to this and that just to make sure it don't happen again. And I'm like, I'm telling you, it hasn't happened. Like, we haven't had that issue. So I really don't want to do that. And then first thing this morning, it's doing that. I really think AT&T is playing us for fools because, they control our internet. You know what I mean? So just, it's annoying. Oh my gosh, hurting. Well, you got to hook up down here, boss. Like I said, I don't mind shipping. We ship all the time, heavy weights. I used to have a Facebook account where we would make the weights for them and we would ship them the weights, and yeah. But I think they've got somebody to copy our weights and they have cut us out because they haven't had an order in a while, so. Well, I can remember using spark plugs as a kid too, and rocks. Yep. I've been there, but I definitely don't ever want to go back to doing that because it's hard. You got to sit there and create a little cradle for the rock. You're wrapping the line a certain way and trying to catch it so it don't fly off the hook when you go to cast, and But I was doing that also too as a kid because I was thinking, man, maybe these fish are seeing my weight and this and that, and that's why they're not biting my hook. So I was throwing weights intentionally just to see if that would get me a better hookup ratio. And like I said, even as a kid, I was always in tune with trying to improve my fishing for sure. So it was always a competition, Well, like I said, we do the flat rate priority, and if you're buying this kind of stuff, it all starts in the flat rate box. So I know, actually I haven't done a flat rate in a minute, but I think it's only like $8 or $9 to ship that. But again, too, if you're buying enough lead that I have to move into a bigger box, all you're paying for is the flat rate pricing. I will work the deal so that way that's all you pay, especially if it's all product like this. Now, if you buy a big, heavy, big surf weight that doesn't fit in a small flat rate and I have to start into a medium flat rate, then you pay a medium flat rate box. But all this small stuff, I start out in a small flat rate and go from there. And that's the same thing we do with our leaders. Like if you buy the leaders that start out in a small flat rate, that's what you pay. But if you start getting into those bigger leaders that have to go in a medium flat rate, well, then that's what you do. So, wow. 50 plus miles from the store. That is. What part of Alaska are you in, boss? Shipping a 2-piece rod is actually relatively cheap. I need to set up Bluegrass's rods to ship. I was trying to get those out Thursday, but yeah, nothing bad. It just been so swamped here at the shop between spooling and trying to make sure my shelves ain't empty with the specific leaders that everybody's looking for. Trust me, it's not a complaint, guys. I'm not complaining that my gear is selling. I'm not. I just wish I had, more dependable people here to be able to handle all those other things so I can continue doing what I need to do. But instead, I've got to do this. And it does play both ways. You know, a lot of people don't understand as a business owner how I got to look at things. But if I don't look at them that way, then I go under. And, you know, it does make it real difficult. You got to make these choices to either keep your business running or not keep it running. And when they are not carrying their, you know, everybody wants to make a lot of money, but nobody wants to work to make that kind of money. They you know, and when they don't work to make it just the bare minimum to cover their deal, they want to get offended when you tell them, hey man, you're not even doing, well, I'm working. No, you're not. Like, you know, that I know what it does or what it takes to be in the position you're at to make that kind of weight. And when you're not doing it, like, you really aren't doing it. Like, whatever you're doing, and without me having a camera out there, I can't say what you're doing or how you're not doing it. But I do, at the end of the day, when I count up all the product, weigh it out, and then try to sell it, and it doesn't cover your pay, you're definitely doing something wrong. Like, it's not math. It's not some crazy wizardry or anything like that. It's simple math. It's do what you need to do when you're here, and it'll happen. It will happen. So. I've had a few guys do that. They come in and they don't want to pay. They don't want me to pay them. They want me to teach them how to fish and stuff like that, which I'm game for too, because then that alleviates stuff that I would have had to have done myself. And you scratch my back, I definitely will scratch your back for sure. Roger that. Yes, we are at 24 people watching, and we only got 13 thumbs up. Wow. I've got some molds here to do jig heads and stuff like that. And I wanted to get into that, but again, can't really venture into something new if we're still just keeping up with what we got currently going. So the molds just sit there, and I've got some pretty awesome lead molds for deep dropping and stuff like that. I also got the jig heads molds for small stuff, quarter ounce, 1/8 ounce, 16th ounce. And I want to get into painting them and stuff like that, but ooh-wee, that's a lot of stuff to be done for sure. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I like working, and doing the lead and stuff like that, but what I really like is when I'm doing the surf weights or the leaders, because they get bagged up and or hung up on the wall, like I was showing you yesterday how I was hanging all those leaders. You can almost see an immediate response, where this stuff, it can take hours before you see a response on it, and it's because all the pieces are so little, and then they don't get bagged up or tagged. They just get put into a container, and it may take you all week before you finally see it all fill up. You know what I mean? And it's a mental thing, but you got to keep pushing through it for sure. So. Yeah, no, that is something else too. Yes, I don't make lures, so I don't know all the fine tuning of obviously how to get it to go quickly to make. You got to be efficient. You got to be real efficient when you're making or breaking gear or whatever you're doing, that you're doing it right the first time and as quickly as you can, so that way it can be in the positive side. Because if you're working too slow, you're not going to make any money, and by not making any money, it makes it difficult to pay your bills, and that is pretty crazy. So there's Hawkeye. Yes sir, you're very welcome, and again, thank you for calling us back and getting us with that slow pitch jigging knowledge for sure. Definitely interested to see how it works out for you. Like I was telling him, I've never done slow pitch jigging, but every video that I look at, it didn't really explain what they were doing or how they were doing it and stuff like that. And I honestly don't have a whole lot of time to sit there and watch a 30-minute video waiting for that knowledge to come out. And then if it doesn't come out, then I just wasted my time, you know, watching somebody's channel that didn't give me that knowledge. So, Hawkeye, thank you for taking your time to explain that to us as well. So, and also too, for those of y'all that do any slow pitch jigging, definitely chime in, let us know. That way, I know that's a new style of fishing that has been developed to get. I know it's been real hot on the market because a lot of places that they thought were fished out, you know, somebody started fishing that way, and now it has really taken shape and has hit the scene like wildfire, because normally these fish that normally would not attack these type of baits are now, you know, being brought in, and people are having a lot of fun going out there doing the slow pitch jigging. So it is definitely something to look into, but you want to ask the questions. That's one of the main things, is if they're doing something, you got to ask why. Ask a lot of whys. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And hopefully they are willing to share that knowledge with you, because it's important. Like for me, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I explain a lot of the whys, but if I don't, you know, I have the door open for y'all to ask a question, and that may, oh yeah, I got to talk about that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not that I want to leave out here, it's just it may just slip my mind with everything that I do have talking about at that current moment and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Thank you for that. Also, too, isn't powder coating a little bit faster rather than painting them? I have seen people do with spray paint, and I've seen other people do them with, like, you know, a brush or something like that. But the powder coating, when you're doing that, are you putting them back into a heat to cook them? Or is it like a powder coating that you just dip and, or not heat, but I guess electricity, they're using electricity to get it to doing that. I've never done powder coating, so I'm just kind of asking. Small torch, you mean? Yep, roger that, got that. Right when I asked that, your comments came up on the channel and stuff like that, so, yeah. Alright, we're down to 16 people watching, but yeah, I've got to do all of this. I also have to pull surf weights from the shelf too, but I wanted to get this at minimum because they're going to be out there pouring lead. I also got to get a huge block of lead that we have on a trailer out there to get it off the trailer so that it can continue burning and stuff like that too. So. Okay, so you do bake it, not, okay. And actually, this is only part of the order. I still have claw weights over there that I got to get on. Morning, boss. Doing all right.
Have a good weekend.
You too, boss. Awesome. Got that in. That's really good. So I'm definitely going to have to go to the bank here in a minute. There you go. Plastic sand into plastic glass. Roger that. So on those, when you do those colors like that, you can mix colors and stuff, or is it you want to do like one layer at a time, or do you mix all the different layers? You know, dip one color and then change up to another color, and then cook it at one time. Yeah, who's going fishing? I know a few of our customers that stopped by during the week, they were saying they were heading out on the weekends. That they were doing the right thing, pre-purchasing their gear, so that way when they left the house in the morning, they could head straight out and not have to make any stops. That's also important too. Sometimes getting to the location first will help you go from there. So. Okay, so that's how they mix colors on there. It sounds like it's definitely an art form there to get those color combinations that you want or are looking for without cross-contamination, because just like painting, you gotta watch out for that. You know, and it's funny you say about the eyeballs. I've seen where, you know, the exact same color of lure all the way through, from the jig head to the body with spots, and then even the feather at the end was all the same color, but one had a red eye jig head and the other one had a green eye jig head, and the green eye jig head was the one they wanted. They would not touch the other one. I was like, wow, that is crazy. And then the next day, it'll be the red eye jig head instead of the green eye jig head. So I didn't fully understand why these guys went out there with like 300 different styles of, you know, the gotcha plugs. This was back in North Carolina when I saw this. I was fishing on the Sportsman's Pier, and this is back in 98, 99 time frame. And I was fishing out there with the guys, and man, they had big tackle boxes. I'm talking big tackle boxes. And you'd open them up, and I was expecting a whole bunch of weights and leaders and this and that. Nothing but jig heads. Nothing but jig heads. Like, I was like, God, like, especially when you're paying $3 a jig head, $4, $5, $6 a jig head, like, it varied that much, because the cheapest ones would be the jig head with just one hook, and then you'd have another one with 2 hooks on it, and then with the specking on it, or, you know, the spots on the lure housing and stuff like that. Like, all of those different variations would change, depend the cost on it for sure. Let's see. Yeah. I am looking forward to getting into tournaments, but again, too, a lot of times I wasn't prepared for the tournaments that were coming up. But also, too, I gotta be honest, guys, I can only travel to tournaments where there's some kind of cash, you know, winning cash pots, because right now sales are tough, you know, and to go out there and win a tournament and it be strictly for donations only kind of deal, I can't afford to do that kind of deal right now. Now, when Trump was in office, I could afford to. I did all those tournaments, whether I won or didn't, just because it was a good money or a good fundraiser for a good cause. But now, like I said, you know, what the government is doing is hurting the small businesses and what we can do and where we can go and how we advertise and all of that. So that's why the YouTube channel is very important because it helps me reach a broader audience, and you know, y'all get to see that we actually are a manufacturer of gear. It ain't just, oh yeah, we do, this is all our own gear. No, we can back it up because we got it here, you know. So yeah, right there. Dude Wilson, probably 2,000 and jig heads. I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it at all. Yes. I think one guy told me one time how much his tackle box held at the time, and I was like, God, bro, that's insane. And even then, I thought I was crazy, you know, because I had like 5 different styles. When he showed up with all of that, well, I understood after a while, because you know I wasn't getting any hits, and then finally he would throw 1, 2, or 3 times with the lure, and then change out, and then change out, and then change out, and then once he started hitting, and it wasn't just that, like he would have 2 or 3 of each color, and the reason for that is so that way when he got broke off or cut off, he had a backup one, and he didn't have to walk up to the front to go get more of the lures that he was needing and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw that they had a pretty good showing. I honestly got to say, guys, I got up at 4 for that tournament to go, but my body wasn't having it because I had spent the day prior burning down lead and stuff like that. So when I woke up, my body was not having it. And normally on that kind of tournament, I like to get out there the night before, spend the night out there, so that way when it's 5 in the morning, like I'm okay with getting up from there because I'm already uncomfortable as it is. So I'm just trying to get to fishing, but you can't, you know, you're not supposed to walk out there until you got everything done. So, yeah, that's what we were waiting for right there. What's up, William? How you doing, brother? Yes, sir. It is Saturday morning, and I'm here breaking weight. Yeah, no, definitely game for it, you know, to get out there and get on it and stuff like that, especially now that, you know, my hips are fixed. But I want to start doing, you know, more exercises of my legs and stuff like that, so that way, you know, jetty fishing, it ain't for the faint of heart, guys. It really isn't. That or the wallet. If you don't know how to fish those jetties, you can definitely set yourself up for a very painful lesson, because painful and costly, because you will have to buy a lot of fishing tackle that, you know, you're going to be losing out there and stuff like that if you don't know what you're doing, or you have the crew to help you out for sure. So, oh man. Yeah. Morning. You get my text last night?
This morning, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I do not know how much
Lead is out there.
not lead
Frames?
frames and stuff.
We got plenty.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
2 so I don't know.
Yeah, no, remember all the ones that were sitting
Yeah,
up here? Yeah, all that got bent. The U's are out there. There's a whole tray of them. The frameworks are there, but if you start running low on the U's, let me know, because I know we have a crap load of them here that never got bent or touched. But I'm breaking down this lead because I know that they were running short on lead. They said they had like 3 or 4 blocks left over. What we may do is take those blems and just
Melting.
cycle that down. Yeah, but that's why I came in to start breaking all this weights. Normally on Saturdays I don't get here till 9. I got here about 8:10, 8:15, and I've been turning ever since. So yeah. That'll be fine. I should be back at the shop by that time period. Kruger. Sorry, Kruger. Why did I say Krager? Yeah. I got to go to Port A to get them all this tackle, because like I said, when that order came through, that was quite a chunk of gear. So, but it was only specific items. 300 of the 3 and the 4 ounce surf weight, 200 of the 6 and 8 ounce surf weights, and then all the egg weights too that they ordered.
What eggs did they start on?
4, 6 and 8s and 6 ounce pyramids. So that's all they ordered, was those sizes right there. So I had them working on this, and then you're gonna do all the surf weights. So 2 racks of the 3s and 4s should be enough, because we got a lot of surf weights up there. I'll have a definitive number here in a bit. Once I get through with this, I'm gonna weigh it out, and then I'll start counting up the surf weights and stuff like that, and I'll shoot you a text here in a bit to give you an insight on that. So. Yeah, I'm waiting on a response too, because I got that other 2,000-pound block of lead sitting on the trailer. Find out when he'll be over there with a backhoe or whatever to get it off the trailer. So. All right, William, you have a good one, boss, for sure. There's this lead down here if you want to take this too. Dang it. All right, Roger, you have a good one, boss. Dang it. So why does it take you out? Is it the fumes or just the workout of actually making it happen?
That 4 didn't work. Oh.
Yeah, when it comes to egg weights, if they ain't fully formed, I just melt those down.
When I get up, I'm gonna melt that. Get whatever I can out of the 3s and 4s, melt it down.
All right.
So I can probably pull them off. I'll do the 4s, 5s, whatever.
Yeah, 6s.
5s and 6s are 200 apiece.
Is it 5s and 6s? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yes, in Rockport, I supply Tackle Town. Tackle Town has my surf weights, my leaders. They've got quite an assortment. They gave us a bigger selection in Tackle Town, so be sure to check them out for sure. Yes, they got that. It's Misfit, 11 cents on the ounce. Say, I used to sell my lead that cheap when I worked out in the garage, but now that I actually have a shop, there's no way I can sell it at that price because one, I can't even get it cheaper than that. If I were to get it free, then yeah, I could drop down to that price, no worries. But yeah, no, it cost me more than that just buying the lead. So. And even then too, you know, the recycling shops here, when they buy lead, it's like 20 something cents, you know, a pound. So yeah, and that's dirty lead right there too. So you still have to take it home and clean it, you know, melt it, clean it, and then pour it before you even start seeing any kind of profit. And yeah, you may not think it doesn't take a lot, but when you start keeping track of the electricity bill, if you're using an electric smelter or propane, if you're using a propane, you know, burner, you know, you still have to pay for all of that. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, the blemish weights here that we have is $4 a pound. I don't know what it comes out to per ounce kind of deal. Yeah, we do. We still have to charge at that because, like I said, there you go, Jesse. Well, that's the other deal too. I remember I used to buy from a gun range, but then they had a guy that, you know, told them that they would go and clean their gun range for them. Because we used to get it pretty cheap from the gun range, but it was still pretty scary because a lot of times when we're melting that down, we would have whatever deals and they would take off. Like it wasn't, I think one time we actually had one pop, you know, and it was some kind of ammunition and it popped and while it was in the burner, you know, that way. So that scared us pretty good. You know, we didn't know what it was that did that. But yeah, they had a guy that has a machine that goes through and rakes all the gun range for them, melts it down, and then gives them half of the profit or something like that. So they made a lot more money doing it that way, you know, but I don't have that kind of machinery to go out there and just do it, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. Well, Jesse, step closer to being a lot healthier too, for sure. Almost done with this tray. Nice. That's cool. I used to have plumber friends and stuff like that, or roofers that would bring me the deal, the lead jackets and stuff like that, and then I would tell them, man, like they wanted to give it to me. I said, how about, you know, you fish, bro? Like, let me hook you up some way, you know, just to keep them, you know, keep them happy that way. And it went on for a while, and either one, they moved up in position and weren't in the same spot that they could go out and get the lead like they used to, and or they switched companies and stuff like that too. So. Oh, okay. So by drinking milk, what does that do for you? not a welder, so this is a cool conversation right there. Yeah, that's another good thing right there. We filled up two, almost 3 trays over here with all the weights, so it should be about 30 pounds of each, which is a nice step in the right direction for the weights that we need to get done. I bass fish occasionally, not hot and heavy, but I have thrown a few lures for bass fishing. My biggest bass, though, is only about 3 pounds, 4 pounds, something like that. Had this younger little girl that was out there, and she smoked me. She had like 5 or 7 bass at the time. Yeah, she was hooking them with one of those Mighty Mike rods that are like 5 foot. She had it with like 50-pound test. So she would throw it and it would go only out like 20, 30 feet, but that's all she needed. Right up against the bank on those lily pads and stuff like that. And she was kicking their butts. Hard life. No live bait right now, boss. Yes, sir. Eric, what's up, boss? How you doing? Well, be careful with the vaping too, because I've still heard horror stories about guys that vape. They still build up a lot of moisture in their lungs and stuff like that. So it's still pretty bad, but not as bad as smoking. But I've heard where it's worse than smoking. So I don't know. I'm not in there. I'm just going off of the things I have heard about doing that kind of deal. So. How cold is it up there in NC, boss? He's that quiet there too. Oh, in the mid 50s. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're in the 80s this morning already, so felt really good. It wasn't too hot or anything, but we are working it, so.
Call from Leatherworks.
Hard life. I have dead shrimp, squid, and shark baits. Roger that. Bye-bye. I'd rather have 80s than the 50s. They're a cold, different breed, Cap. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, boss. But 50 degrees here in Corpus is... It's a different kind of cold for sure. It's a real humid cold, so or a real moist cold, should I say, instead of a dry cold. And then that wind cuts through. Woo-wee. Giving me goosebumps just thinking about it, for sure. So what are you doing up in New York, huh? Daniel Garcia, what's up, boss? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. Done. I'm almost done here. So once I get done with this, I'm going to move over to weighing it out, bagging it, put it on a cart, so that way I can get this set up. This will give me a number where we're at in reference to our water going out. And then I'm going to start counting out our surf weights, because like I said, we need a lot. I'm going to leave it to where I have, 10 or so in the shop, just so we can have something in there. But again, too, it's also going to be, I'm going to have to close because Jeff's over there pouring lead, and I will have nobody there to run the shop. So we'll have to close for that time period while I make those deliveries. But I need to get it done because later this afternoon I'll be leaving. Oh, yes, busy, busy. Yes, we do. We sell fishing tackle, rods, reels, line, custom leaders, weights. We actually manufacture all of our own tackle here in the shop. The custom rods that we have built, we have rod builders that do it for us. And yes, sir. Oh, that'll be cool. Hell no, Tony, get out of here with that crap. I had to read your comment twice. I thought you were talking about the Night at Freddy's, that little horror flick deal. But either way, it's horror flick the other way too. Alright. So, I have finished my tray here. I'm telling you guys, that's deep. It's the big tray there. And there's the 6 ounces, 4 ounces, 8 ounces, more 4 ounces, and more 8 ounces. Alright, let's see. And let me get over here and get on the scale. Let me get my tripod. That. Turn this around. And actually, you know what? I still have 2 more trays of weights to break. Let me sit. That way, once I get up, I'm done. Move that off. sit back down real quick. So once I get up in here, I'm gonna stay standing up because of all the other stuff I gotta get done. But there is the 4-ounce claw weights, and they poured them just the one claw weight at a time. Why does the second cup of coffee always taste better than the first? I don't know. I would say probably the same reason why the second cup of beer always tastes better than the first two. But again, too, there's sometimes in that first cup of beer just all right. So. Wow. Normally I don't have my second cup of coffee till probably 4 to 5 hours from now, depending on how much coffee I put in the first one too. So don't really have a set measurement yet. I'm just here breaking weights, guys. I am cleaning these 4-ounce claw weights. This is the remaining order that we needed for Causeway Pier. They ordered 40 pounds of the weight, so yeah. Still had quite a bit to go. I think it was like 20-something pounds, but pretty sure he overpoured, which is fine. It just means the extras will go onto the shelf over here. So. Oscar, how you doing, boss? Oh, you're making your second pot. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I was thinking just cup. He said pot. These are claw weights. These are so that way when you're fishing in the surf, they can kind of bed themselves down and stick into the sand. As the current runs underneath them, they kind of sink into the sand like that. I've actually got underwater video footage of the weights when I was comparing the claw weights to the storm weights to my surf weights and even pyramids. I got the underwater footage on the channel doing that. I did that last year sometime, I think it was, or the year before. I don't remember exactly. So many videos I have done for sure, but we're gonna keep rocking it. For what style of fishing there, we put 40 pound on Raptors all the time, but we normally do it as backing because depending on how you're fishing or what weight you're throwing to, that's a big one. We need to know a little more information, but yeah, we've done 40 pound on Raptors, but we always put it either underneath 60 pound or 80 pound braid as a top shot, so that way that braid can absorb the power of your cast so you don't break off and lose gear on the cast. Roger that, Matt. And it was when I was out on the beach is when I was doing the video there. And if I'm not mistaken, I was either south of Bob Hall or down pins when I did the video there. Let's see, surf fishing for striped bass or using a drop on a boat with live bait. Okay, surf fishing, what size of weight are you throwing? One, I've never striper bass fish on the beach, so I don't know what size weight you're throwing. But if you're throwing anything more than, 1, 2, or 3 ounce, you're going to break off on cast with just straight 40. I know you used to be able to do it with monofilament, but you got to remember too, the braid has 0 stretch on it, and a lot of times all the initial force that you're putting on it to cast it out, you can actually break yourself off. So to be safe, put at least, you know, an 80-pound top shot if you're throwing 8 ounces or greater. I actually haven't talked to Capt.Eric. Actually, I'm going to send him a text, see how he's doing. Alright, I just sent him a text, see if he responds. That's gonna work. For surfing some braid. No, I use all braid for mine. I don't put monofilament on top, and the reason I don't is because that big old knot that happens when you tie braid to mono, you know, it rips through the guide, and especially if you're going that light, what ends up happening if you don't double up the braid, you can cause yourself to backlash. And or that top end will pop off every time as that knot is hitting the guide on the way out. It weakens that knot, and after a while you lose that knot will come apart. So even when we were doing the distance casting, that was one of the deals that Big Dan was telling us about, like to pay attention to your knot, you know, after 1 or 2 casts to cut it and retie it. So that's very important. But also too, when you have that kind of knot in your spool when you're going to cast, if your thumb is over that area where that knot comes through as it starts to spin, it will split your thumb. Now we use braid. I use hollow core braid all the way through for all my casting reels, including my top shot. So most of my top shots will be either 80 or 100 pound test, and I use that same 80 or 100 pound test whether I'm casting my SX, MXL, LX, or even my HXW Raptors. So, and that'll be the thing too. You know, I'm casting anywhere from 3 ounce all the way up to 12 ounce. I don't have to worry about losing any gear during cast, because that can be very dangerous for sure. So but that is one style of fishing that I want to get out there and do too. I've caught little striped bass in the freshwater over here, but I think the biggest one was like 8 inches, maybe 10 inches. And actually I didn't catch that with hook and line. I caught that in a cast net. Also too, by using that heavier test line, if you do a different color, you'll know that you're in that higher test line, so you can increase the drag to get that fish in a little quicker. And as it, you know, will come through and it'll rub on them bars, it gives you a lot more abrasion resistance as well. That's been one of the biggest questions that people ask, well, why do you use such heavy braid on, you know, a reel that only has, you know, 20 pounds of drag and you got 80 or 100 pound on top? It's not that you're going to max out the reel with the drag it has. I mean, you know, granted, we try. I will try. But it's for the abrasion resistance and for the casting, that to make sure that my gear doesn't come flying off in the middle of the casting. Because the weight coming off a rod like that can kill somebody. It will be lights out, and it will not be fun for you or them. So I'm just giving you all a heads up on that one for sure. So. Yep. See. Morning. How can I help you? I got frozen shrimp right there in that freezer in the corner. Where y'all headed to, boss?
They need
Oh, Indian point? Roger that. Have you ever used fish bites?
No.
It's an artificial bait that has a pheromone that actually attracts fish to it, and it works out so you don't have to keep rebaiting every couple of seconds, and it also doesn't fly off the hook if you backlash. It's these baits up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And there's shrimp flavor on the top, crab flavor is on the bottom. The green is power lime, the next one is flesh pink, and then electric chicken. And all it just means is different color. Power lime, flesh pink, electric chicken.
And what, you just...
Get a small piece like that, and you throw it on the hook, and it'll last on there for hours.
Really?
Yeah. Each bag is equivalent to about 5 pounds of shrimp. I know this because I actually put it on an underwater camera, and I just let the perch eat it, and it took perch, probably about 200 perch, about 15 minutes to eat the bait off the hook.
I think that's better than shrimp then?
There are times when, yes, it will outfish shrimp. Now,
What's the bag of that?
they're $7.99 a pack.
Then we'll get a pack of that, and then also shrimp.
All right. Have you ever heard of the bait elastic as well? What this stuff is when you peel the shrimp and you put it on the hook, it's an elastic that you wrap the bait up. You wrap it like this, so that way it squeezes out the scent, but it keeps the fish from stealing up the bait off the hook within a few seconds. But also too, when you backlash, it doesn't fall off the hook or anything like that. Yeah. Do you know which flavor you want to go with? You want to go with shrimp or you want to go with crab?
Whichever one you think is best.
All 7 of these are the best. They have 50 other flavors. I won't sell them.
Oh,
These
really?
are my top 7. Yeah.
The shrimp, then I guess.
All right. Go.
It's a little shrimp, so these have to be defrosted before you can use them, right?
Yeah. By the time you get out there,
It'll be alright?
you'll be all right. If not, just add a little water to it, shake it around, and you'll be good to go. And y'all watch YouTube at all?
Yeah.
I'm live on my channel right now. It's called Team Hard Life. We teach a
We've
bunch
just
of
seen that, haven't we?
we teach a bunch of knowledge and tactics on fishing. So.
Because we live in New Braunfels and we fish, the Guadalupe all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
we're here staying on the beach for his birthday.
Roger. Well, happy birthday,
Today's
boss.
his birthday.
How old are you now? 13. Well, hold on. I got something for you.
We got a couple lures last night and a tackle box this morning for birthday.
Well,
This is the leader.
when you put the bait on, the fish bites, don't put it on both hooks, just put it on one hook, because you're using the same flavor. We actually seen where we use the same flavor on top of my hook when we get a hook. I don't know why that happened. It was weird. Like we had rod after rod going off, and I was like, oh, I got a redfish on this color. So I wanted to put one that has 2 rings. It didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. We can explain why it didn't work. There's other times when we catch it at one time. So I just kind of tell people, be expecting that. So we normally encourage people to buy 2 different colors because of that night that did that.
Because I just have whatever, like a little swivel at the end of the line, and then I'm gonna have a weight.
Like an egg weight on it, so it slips
Yeah,
up
an
and
egg
down.
weight. Well, no, it's kind of like these, but it's a little bit smaller at the swivel, and then I'm gonna attach the leader to the bait. That should do it, right?
Okay, so if you're doing with the single hook,
Right.
this one, what he'll do is he'll tie to the top end. Right here, you have the top swivel right there.
Yeah.
It already has the 2 hooks, and then you put the weight at the bottom.
Oh, you put the weight at the bottom?
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of these are hanging up here because you can see the top hook there, and then it comes down to the bottom hook, and then you'll have the weight. So these are hanging up there because we manufacture all our own fishing tackle, and so because we're out there, we're always testing and testing and testing and stuff. So, and that's my gift for him.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you need my card here. Take one out. You have a fishing pole. I want to make sure you put it on.
Oh yeah, bring it on in. We can get you set up so that way it's ready to go once you get out there. So, 1570.
Go get the fishing pole. Go just get one of these out there. Not the big caster. Thanks for fucking fishing it. We got a cheap bait caster in it. Backflashes every 2. Rat nests. Such
what?
a pain in the ass, rod.
Bring it down. Let me check it out. Let me see if there's something I can do that can help alleviate that problem. All right, let's see. Let's see. When I used to surf fish for striped bass, I used to use 3-4 foot of mono shuck leader when throwing heavy weights on that, so I never went into my guides. There you go. Yeah, no. For our heavier leaders like that, the 5 and 6 footers, yeah, those don't go in there. But the main line has still got to support the cast when you're putting everything into it to get it out to go out there. So nice, 49 inches. That is sweet. Actually, I don't know for catching rainbow trout for the fish bites, but there's probably somebody on here that does fish one. All right, let me see what you got, boss.
Oh.
Is that the bait caster that you have problems with? Okay, so for one, you still have a backlash in there.
Yeah.
When you do this, you got to make sure to get it all out, because if not, if you just reel in on that and it's still in there, it's going to cause more backlashes every single time. Let's see, so we can get that out real quick. Are you in the service, boss?
I was.
What branch?
Navy.
Thank you for your service, man. Notice in your grunt style shirt right there. So.
Oh. Yeah, well, it was part of the. I had like a subscription to it for a while.
For a while?
Yeah, and then my wife got tired of paying for it.
Was she paying for it, or were you paying for it and she just didn't want to pay for it?
$20 a month, but she just finally, after like 2 years of getting a shirt every month, she just stopped paying for it. Yeah.
And actually, I normally have that light on. Now, here's the other thing too. I'm going to show you it real quick. I got the hang up undone, but since this is monofilament, it has what they call line memory. And because of the line memory, it's got a real bad area. And if you don't cut that area out, it'll always cause a backlash, because instead of the line, what ends up happening when you cast out, the line spins off the spool like this, right? And if it's nice and good line, it'll spin straight. However, if it's all kinked up, as it comes off, it starts doing this number and it'll hit the next line and cause a backlash every single time. So you'll have to get rid of that line to be able to get past that section.
That's what we're gonna use.
Look, right there. You see that?
We need to cut it right there, don't we?
Well, if you cut it there, you're not going to have enough line to fish, but still you would need to cut it all. There's another one right there. See? Right here and right here and right there. Yeah. All of those will always make, it'll cause you to backlash in that one spot every single time. So if you replace the line, it should help alleviate the problem. And then what it also happens too, this is your spool tensioner here. If you're casting out and it immediately blows up and you're not thumbing the spool, it's because this is too loose. But if you're throwing out and you're only getting like 20 feet in front of you, it's because it's too tight. Okay. So you have to find that fine line between a great cast and blowing it up. Yeah. That's the only way to improve your casting. So, and actually I could fill this up for a couple bucks if you want. That way we can. Okay. Yeah, because look, the further down you go, you got another one.
Let me see. I'm going to tell your mom she needs to go to the bathroom. She can drive to it.
I got a bathroom here. Yes.
Okay.
There's the first door right there on the left. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, there. Even further down, there's another backlash in there.
You fish a lot?
I've wet a line or two. I'll show you. All the gear pretty much in the next room is my stuff. So, all right.
What's your biggest fish?
13'2" tiger.
Tiger shark?
Yeah. There's my 12'6" right there on that, and it's also right here in this case. In this case, you can see the catalog. I made the cover to the Avet Reel catalog right there. So
What?
I asked him what the biggest fish was. He said,
Holy God, what is that?
that one's only 12.3.
What
Or
is that?
tiger shark.
That's a tiger shark?
Yep.
"We call it 13."
Yeah, if you go on my channel, you'll see a lot of the videos that I have and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we bought a new line, and that's what's on there, was new line, and I was like, maybe the line it came with was cheap.
yeah.
And that's a 10 pound test? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's get rid of this.
Just get rid of that
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. So let's fill it back up and get it done. All right, boss. Here's that. And also, too, you see that little snap swivel?
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
Really?
Because when that goes bad, you'll find out when you do it on a fish.
That's what I was gonna say. At one point, these seemed like they were gonna break off.
Yeah. Yeah. Get rid of that.
What do we use? These?
Yeah, those heavier duty ones will last, 10
I bought
times
a box
longer.
of these, but they're smaller.
Yeah.
Well,
Best thing to do is to just tie straight to your leader, so that way you don't have to worry about that going bad. That's why we just use it just on the weight, not on for your main line.
okay.
So the leader's actually upside down. That's the weight that you're holding, and then the
The
top
weight.
swivel. Yeah. There you go. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's fill this reel up real quick because it was in bad shape. So. Alright guys, so we got a small bait caster here that we're gonna go ahead and spool up with some monofilament for him. I'd like to do braid, but let's see. I have a 10-pound test, 12-pound test, and I think 15-pound test in the monofilament. But if you were to do braid, I can do 20-pound test.
Does one of them not backlash as much as the other?
Okay, so all line will backlash. However, we like the braid because if you backlash, it's easier to get out than it is with monofilament. Also, too, this will be the real thing that blows people's minds. So monofilament has what they call line memory. Like when you backlash, it made all those kinks. But with braid, if you're to do that with mono, it's over. It's done. That part is done, right? Well, now, done.
We'll use braid, whatever.
And now that it's probably going to cost you $20 to $30 though to fill it up if we do it with the braid. But we got 20-pound and 30-pound, and the 20-pound is a bright orange. But you'll be able to stop some fish, like.
20 pound, I guess.
Okay.
You said it's gonna be $30.
I'm just giving you worst case scenario, yeah. And if it's less, then all you pay for is the yard. So we go off the yardage on it.
Whenever we were gonna buy a new.
Well, yeah, but if there's nothing wrong with this reel,
But
It didn't feel like it is, but also too, this one's got two dials. You got one on this side and one on this side. So you can actually use this magnet to help you decrease the amount, because it should be designed to where you can throw it and not have to thumb the spool. Okay, so if it's backlashing on you, you play with it and figure out which way is the way you need to go to stop the backlashing and stuff like that
Because
too.
the line gets like stuck in the side of the.
Yeah, I saw that with that line was going in the side. It was doing that to me when I was just pulling it off like that. So
I didn't know if that was a faulty reel or.
no, it just meant that
The memory hack makes more sense though.
yes, that, and again too, depending on the spool tensioner, if it's too loose, it can also cause backlashes. But again, yes, you kind of get what you pay for. You know what I mean? The reels I sell are real expensive, but you buy once, cry once, and then all the gear above you, 90% of it I've already had for over 10 years, and I've only fixed it one time.
You mind if I borrow your clippers to cut my
Yeah,
cheap
sure.
ass
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let me grab my other phone so I can see y'all's comments, guys. So I'm live on my channel, but if y'all want to ask me questions, please do, because a lot of times people are afraid to ask a question. All right, guys, let me get on the channel real quick.
Because I see people with like these,
Mm-hmm.
and they like cast it, and all of it like they have it full, and then they'll just go.
Okay, so you're talking about the distance casting,
Yeah.
where they do long rods and it'll take off. They're also using monofilament. Monofilament is 3 to 4 times thicker than the braid is. So that's why they're able to spool off them reels. Don't get me wrong, they are casting distance. They're doing 200-yard casts, 300-yard casts, but the reel can only hold so much of monofilament. Like if we were to do mono on this one, I cast it, I would outspool it because it's in mono. Now with braid, I could probably still do the same because it's only holding 100 and something yards of braid. I've actually thrown an 8-ounce weight, 230 something yards. So that's, you know, football fields, that's a long way. Let's see. No, is that one it? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see. Okay. Where are my comments at? There we are. Okay. Dude, you have a good one, boss, as well?
Yeah.
No, the dude Wilson. I'm live on my YouTube channel, so I was reading his comment. So, yeah. It's first door right here on the left. Light switch is on the left-hand side.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Alright guys, since I got big old fat fingers and this is a small reel, I'm going to use some tape just so I can get the braid to come around there.
Use tape like when you're spooling with it, it takes
Yeah, but we discourage people from doing that because braid will still slip on the spool, and when the braid is slipping on the spool, it'll actually cause problems later on. We actually designed a knot about maybe 20 years ago now, where the braid will actually catch the spool arbor, so that way it doesn't slip on the spool. The other way they do it is they use monofilament, and again too, all of that is from a long time ago where they didn't know how to tie braid to the spool. But we have changed that whole dynamic and are teaching people the right way to do it. So, and this is the hollow core. See how I'm sticking the needle inside the braid? That's how I'm actually going to tie the knot to get it to stick on there, so you'll be good to go. And also too, guys, y'all can see where this is 20-pound braid and this is my 130-pound braid needle, and I'm able to get the needle into the braid so I can do my splice here for that.
Restring his whole rod. We'll fix that. Figure out why his rat has so much. Freezing.
And I'm also live on my channel, so later on you can come back and look at your reel getting spooled up too. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Ethan saw this place and he was like, oh my God, Dad, look at this.
I've actually casted the big blue reel. Well, or where's mine at? Oh, mine's with my my good buddy Capt.Eric Leatherworks. But I've casted that big blue one on a 10-foot rod off of Bob Hall Pier too. He said it couldn't be done, so I told him to hold my beer.
We're almost done.
They can figure it out.
He gave Ethan something for his birthday too.
Alright, here we go, guys. This is the anaconda knot getting tied onto even this little reel here. And now I am starting to close it out. There. So yes, that's for all the new guys that ask about it. You know, it doesn't matter what size of reel that we put the knot on, and it doesn't matter as long as it's braid and you want to tie it to the arbor and get it to not slip. The anaconda knot's what you're going to want to use. Now I'm going to move it over. And I got a lot of wraps on this one, so all right. And again, you can tell that I didn't go through the worm guide, and the reason for that is just to make sure that it doesn't break while I'm spooling on it. So. Weeble wobble, it's getting on my nerves. Go a little bit more. There we go. Now I can go through the worm guide here. And I try to follow the pattern just to make sure that the reel doesn't overspool. Look at that, it built up a magnetism, or it keeps catching the spool there, so got it through, good to go. This is a Shakespeare Alpha. I don't see the size on it from the angle I'm at, but let me go ahead and finish this off real quick. I'm gonna splice the tail end back in on itself, so that way when they tie up to their leader, they're good to go. Go 20-pound test on this thick needle right there. Nice and slow with the thinner braids like this, because it wants to come out of the side housing so easily. And that's why I like the bigger needles, because it forces the braid to kind of open up a little bit more, whereas the smaller needles, they just continuously come out the sidewall, and it's kind of hard to go deeper into it. pain in the butt right now. Come on. There it goes. And actually, hold on real quick. I got something. When I'm on the channel, a lot of people can't really see what I'm doing, so oh, I have to assemble it. Not trying to keep y'all waiting too much longer. I'll rig it up for the next one. Be all right.
You Marine?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Roger that. Yeah, I was gonna cut with the joke real quick when you said Navy. I was gonna say I'm sorry, but
You were in the men's department of the Navy?
yes, sir.
I've heard them all.
The what?
I've heard them all.
Mm.
Actually, I was stationed in Ingleside, but then they closed the base down after I left.
Wow, that's been a while. So
Been a while.
you've been out a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 98 to 02.
Same here. What school did you go to?
Taft.
Taft?
I went to Carroll for a little bit, then we moved to San Antonio, graduated from Taft, and then I left for the Navy.
Wow, yeah. I was in 98 to 02 as well. Yes, sir.
Fucking 9/11, right in the middle of it.
Yep.
But I didn't serve long enough after 9/11 to get the full 100% post 9/11 GI Bill. I only got 50%.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
come on, man, that's messed up. I was in before and after. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I joined before it was cool.
Yeah.
Our stock went up after 9/11. You know, like
Yeah.
everybody wanted to join, but no, I was in before then. I should get 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah, that's what I was telling my son too, because since we signed up here in Texas, they get the Hazelwood Act,
Yeah.
so their school is covered. And I keep telling them, like, you are going to go to school. You are going to finish. I don't care if you're 18. Like,
Have you gotten it transferred to their name?
what, the GI?
The Hazelwood Act.
The Hazelwood? I have not done that yet, but I do have them on my dependents list. So it should. I don't know how that works. I know a buddy of mine, his daughter is going to college using the Hazelwood Act. And then we also found out that there's another deal where they can get living expenses money kind of deal.
Really?
Yeah, so that would help them out as well. So yeah, definitely. I know that was something when they were talking about it. I was like, man, that means I can pretty much guarantee my kids go to college. You know?
The Hazelwood Act, because I used my GI Bill to go to college, and you have to tap that out before you can use your Hazelwood Act.
Mhm.
And then I used the Hazelwood Act for one class, because that's all I needed after the GI Bill. I got my degree, but I can transfer it over, but it's 4 years
Yeah.
of credits.
Well, you got 209 yards of 20-pound test on that reel.
Hey, come on,
Yeah. You know how to get it on there and everything? Yeah, it's a $1,000 reel right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's $1,021 for that reel, that one. This one has $600 worth of line on it. So, yeah. Oh yeah, yep. It's amazing when people check out the gear and they're, whoa! All right. Oh, the leader?
Yeah.
Roger that. Okay. And I'll show you how to store the leader on the rod too. Okay. All right. So I hooked him up with a double drop drum leader for his birthday. So the deal with this
What
is,
did you say? You just want a hook and a weight? That's it?
Just a hook, and then like fish or boat, so I can just like.
He just wants a single drop. Just want a single drop?
you know, throwing that light of a weight too may cause the backlash too. But that reel ain't fine tuned for super lightweight. It doesn't have enough weight to pull it out to cause a good cast. It'll actually work against you. That's where those high dollar reels come in, because they can throw super lightweight and make it fly. I don't know how that one's gonna work out for you in that sense if you're trying to do that.
Just dropping it straight from the pier straight down?
If you're just pushing it and dropping it, it's fine, but it still needs enough weight to get that spool to move. And I don't know what it would take. Half ounce, 1 ounce would be perfect with it. And yes, we have single drop leaders. Do you
Okay.
still want the double drop, or you want to go with the single drop? Because we have ones where it has one hook and one weight.
Let's just do the single on one of them, because you gave them that one, let's look good at the single.
Okay, well, those come in 2 liters per bag. So.
Oh, they do?
You want circle hook or J hook?
I don't, J-hook?
Alright. So the way this works out, when you got 2 hooks like this, what you do is you bring it down where one hook goes underneath the reel. Hook to hook. That way the hooks are always in one spot, but they're not flying around, as well as you teach everybody that's the danger zone. So when they go grab a rod, they know never to grab right above the reel, because that's where the hooks are in. But also too, when you're moving around,
Yeah.
they ain't flying around and catching all your other gear too. And then the weight, like if you're going from one spot to another, just sort of down here, that fish it like this, and it'll actually all stay.
Cool. Thank you.
And now with the single hook deal, you bring the hook to the weight and you hook the hook to the weight, and it'll still be in that same area. So no matter what rod and reel you're using, you always know that that is kind of the danger zone, but everywhere else is nice and safe. And then here on the tippet, hold the reference. What I did was I braided back in on itself. See that? So now instead of it being 20-pound test, this right here is 40-pound test. So when you tie it to your leader, it'll have a lot more abrasion resistance and strength to it, so when you cast out, you'll be good to go. Those are the 2 liters right there. Yes, sir.
Might as well tie it on right
Roger that.
here. So I owe you for this and the reel, right?
There's the spooling. Yeah, it came out to 30. Bit tax. Came out to 38 and 17 cents.
Yeah, this is what you want.
Yeah, 'cause I should talk about it, just like
Yes, it'll be $48.03. And then on the fish bites too, keep it out of direct sunlight.
Okay.
If you keep it in your cooler, it's great because it'll hold the color longer. Okay. But once you start to cook it, the fish bite will get kind of hard and lose color. Don't throw it away. You can still use it, and you can also use it in fresh water too.
Okay, because that's what we were going to do, is use it up in the brothels too.
Yes. So here's what I have learned though. When you do fish over here in salt water, and then you go to fish like a freshwater lake, don't use the same exact leader and bait that you were using in salt water in the freshwater, because you can transfer bacteria from salt water to freshwater, and it could decimate the whole
Really?
deal. Yeah. This is something that I was hearing.
Clean them off really well before you.
No, don't use them at all.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and the same for like freshwater to saltwater. You try not to use the same leaders and bait. Like if you use that leader here in saltwater, don't use it in freshwater.
Really?
Like use a fresh leader, fresh bait, and all of that too, because you got to think too. It may also have scent and all of that can deter you from getting hookups. So
This is where you put the.
that's where you
weight.
tie. No. That's where you tie up to, and then the other one is where you put the weight.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Well, if y'all are down here again, boss, definitely give us a call. A lot of times that we're out there fishing, you know.
Oh, we actually will. Like, we're gonna try to get on like a fishing trip or something.
Oh, okay. So I'm just saying, if we're out there in general, you're more than welcome to come out and join us, you know. Definitely, we're all about getting the next generation out there and fishing, you know.
Yeah, when he told me a couple months ago he was going to learn how to fish, I was like, all right. He took off. He just ran with it.
Awesome. Well, on my channel, we have it's family orientated, so the kids can go in there and watch it and stuff like that and learn knowledge, ask questions. We don't allow any trolling. So if he goes on there and he's, hey, I'm doing this style of fishing, but this is happening, you know, if he lets us know what's going on, it can also have a lot of people that are willing to help out and stuff like that too. So.
I've never done
The braid?
right before.
I can show you a real simple knot so you can.
I'm trying to do the Paloma knot, but the Paloma? I don't know what it's called. You double it over and push it through and then loop the last string.
Alright, so I'm going to show you a knot that you can actually untie it with. That way you don't have to cut your knot at the end of the day.
Huh? Right, once. So guys, little patience goes a long way, especially with fishing. I can help you. Are we able to work that way?
Yeah.
I just didn't know it was a closed off. I don't care if it takes. I was almost done with it and it fucking twisted up.
actually don't have to do this. If you break off, all you have to do is do a loop in. Actually, let me show you that, just so that way. If you break off or you cut it, make a loop. You try it once and twice. Now, basically I've done the same thing, but I doubled up the line. And then you use your line to come through the eyelet here. Take it around your tag line, around your main line 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one, take it back through the eyelet that you created. You're good to go. Just like that. And at the end of the day, what you do is you grab right here with your nail, wiggle it back and forth, and the knot will actually loosen up.
Oh,
and you
okay,
can
cool.
tie it.
What kind of knot was that called?
I actually have no idea what it's called.
I didn't know what the one I was doing was called either, and then I finally saw somebody say Paloma. But other than that, it's always been called like the best fisherman's knot known to man or something like that.
Oh, okay. Is there anything I can help y'all with, guys?
No, thank you.
How'd y'all find us?
Google Maps, man.
Check out our YouTube channel. It's called Team Hard Life. We actually teach a bunch of knowledge and tactics on fishing, so that way if you have questions, you can actually ask them without anybody trolling you.
All right, for sure.
Yep. You have a good one. Oh, let's see. John on break. What is that? What is a break?
You're supposed to be on. Oh, I just can't believe that.
Yeah, that's one of the things about smaller braids like that is they will it's very silky is the best way I could put it nicely.
Now I can't remember what just happened.
Hey, what's up? We got Whiskey Warrior back on the channel. Nice. So, Whiskey, while you've been out, we actually are starting to set up that when we're doing the Bobby the Bobber raffles or the fire drawings, when we do those and they break through our goals and stuff like that. All right, guys, y'all have a good one. We will actually start promoting Bobby the Bobber. So, yeah. I forgot what rank I said we'd start him at. I think we said Lance Corporal or something like that. But, you know, after that, we'll go up from there for sure. Because he's only a couple of years and already missing an eyeball. Pablo, what's up, boss? How you doing? Yep, PFC Bobber. Your card?
No, the weight. I think I had a 1 ounce weight. I don't know.
Oh, I
Maybe
don't.
it's already on. Maybe it's on the other. Oh yeah, that's right. We're good. Thank you.
All right, roger that. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, now I was helping him. He tied the knot to the leader on there, but it locked up on him halfway, so we had a big old loop like this, and so we ended up breaking off the double-ended portion of the 20-pound braid that I put on there. So now I showed him, I said, well, this is probably going to happen to you, so let me show you the other way to do it so you don't have to have the needle. And so I showed him how to double up the loop, tie it on the leader, and go from there. So that's very nice. Yeah, no, we got the 2 eye patches. I'm just saying, you know, he had 2 eyeballs. Now he's got a patch and an eyeball. So that's why we figured, you know, they wanted to give him more rank than that. I was like, no. He's going to have to earn rank the hard way, you know. But, yes, no, we've actually, here in the next week or so, we're going to change out his patches. Because right now he's wearing the patch of the Eagle Globe and Anchor on it. And then we're going to switch over to the Trump one. And yes, got to get Trump back in office, guys. We do, for sure. Alton, what's up, boss? glad to see you back on your way up there, Whiskey. Definitely keeping you in our prayers for sure. So. Why must fishing be good at the North and South Jetty? And which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the Packery Channel, Fish Pass jetties, or the Port 8 jetties? Okay, Port 8 jetties. Why is there? In a few days, back in the shop working. There you go, boss. Well, good to hear you're back up on it, man. We're definitely moving over here. Like I said, we burned through the other 20, what was it, a 2,200 pound block of lead. We got another possibly 2,300 pound block of lead. My connection told me they have a 10,000 pound block of lead. So I can't wait to get my hands on the 10,000, because that'll at least hold us through for at least a few weeks. And I'm hoping it don't last that long, but you know, it's better than no movement at all. Because once the tournament Sharkathon happens, it kind of does die off a little bit. But I noticed that a lot more of the drum tournaments have been kicking off. So yeah. Like 200 boats. Oh wow. Yeah, if there's a lot of boats out there like that, it must be on fire for sure. Dang it. Oh, man. Wishing I was fishing, bro. Wishing I was fishing. Have y'all had any luck out there at the pier? Maybe I'll get lucky and have enough time to take a walk out on the jetties, because that's the other thing. I got to get to the bank before noon. I think they close at noon to get this in there for sure. So I got a small window that I need to hurry up. What kind of spinning reels do I carry? I have a few of the pin reels. I don't know exactly which models and sizes right now, but I'm gonna be honest, guys, I am in a hurry right now I got a time clock to get through so I can hit the road, because I got to be at the bank. I'm trying to get this check deposited on there because AT&T got me pretty good. I got a replacement phone in, so I paid the $250 insurance fee to get another phone because my screen was cracked, but also too because I haven't returned the other one in a timely fashion. They charged me another $300 on top. And then two, because remember when I was having all that problems with my internet where it was slow and just horrible internet service, they're trying to tell me that I was still not showing, or I was still showing that I was using the same amount of internet services when it was down in comparison to that. So they were unwilling to give me, full credit for the month kind of deal when I can show. And there's also all the video feeds on there where, y'all were here. Like, we could not stay live on the channel. And every time it was doing that, it was killing my ability to keep people interested in watching the channel because, it was sitting there and forgot what it's called when it was sitting there deciding it wanted to work or stay on it. So because of that, I know I lost over $2,000 of revenue during that time period. And, they were pretty much just, well, we have it in there that you can be throttled back and this and that. And I was like, yeah, but why didn't I have those problems the whole time? And, if I was, then I'd have nothing to gripe about. But it was something that only happened during that time period. And now, like, I could prove to them, I've got hardcore evidence on my channel through everything that everything I was saying was legit. Hard life. What was the name? Which were the reels? $250. Was it a T-Rex 80 or was it? But I'm gonna have to double check on that because I don't remember that order. I think did you place that order with Jeff? Okay, then I will have to get with Jeff on that. I think I saw your comment on the channel too about checking on some reels, and I could not remember the name. Or did you send an email or something? Okay, give me just a second, boss. You said it was Joshua? What's your last name? Okay, slowly spell that so I'm writing it down. Okay, and you said you did a 50. And both on all of them 2 speeds. Did we decide on colors on those for the rated lines? Oh, okay, so you weren't set on that. All right, what's your phone number? Okay, can you? Yeah, that would work too. But can you repeat your cell phone number? I don't want to say it out loud. I'm still live on the channel. Roger that. Okay. Yeah. What number was that one come from? Okay, so can you forward that That's the only text you got? Or did you get a secondary text? Thank you for your purchase and please send us your full shipping address. Okay, so that one right there, what number did that one come from? Okay, all right. Good deal. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm running around over here trying to beat the clock. Okay, I got it here. Yes. That was me that did it. Yep, yes it was. Alright, I got all the information on here, and I also got for the leader, the 30-footer, the hook sections as well. Alright. Okay, let me get on this. It'll be later this afternoon when I call you back and find out where we're at on that. Roger that, but yeah, no, I'd like to try to get I'm trying to get everything out as quickly as possible so that we're not on, holding on to anybody's gear for sure. So, roger that. You have a blessed weekend, boss. All right, bye bye. Beautiful. Okay. Wow, I gotta double check my emails. I know when gear like that comes in, I want to get it in and out as quickly as possible. So, yeah. Let's see. John, you have a good one, boss. Be safe at work, man. I am almost done with this trade, which is good because I might actually have to. Let's see what the bank closes at. Hold on, let's see. Oh, okay. I got till 1. Okay, so. Whew, yeah. That and trying to be back over here by the time Kruger Automotive gets over here, because he said around 2. I definitely got to be on the road by at least 11:30 or so I can be back by 2. What's up, Erica? How you doing? And just a heads up, Erica, too, your reels are on order as well, so they should be in next week sometime. So those are her winnings from that. And last night fire drawing was pretty nice. Got a $1,200 or was it $1,300 total, something like that. I have it written down. Got it written down somewhere. I hadn't even thought of lunch yet, boss. I am trying to knock this out and get it done so I can hit the road. Like I said, I got a time limit here. Yeah, that trade's getting filled up. Yes, sir. And yesterday I had Chinese food, but I was so slammed I didn't even get to. I ate on it a little bit while I was here at the shop. But then I had to. Once I got home, I finished or ate some more of it for dinner, but was still too tired and didn't even bring it back so I could finish it today. But I guess I'll get it done that way. Alton, actually, if you send it to the Team Hard Life email, which is teamhardlife1@gmail.com, you can actually receive pictures there for us to be able to show on the channel and stuff. But remember too, guys, that's also the email if you want to enter in the Avet reel giveaway for this month. It's flying by. We're already halfway through the month already. So you want Avet reels in action, landing fish, whatever it may be, with your fish you caught, something like that, just so that way we can get votes, and whichever one gets voted the best. Obviously it's all about picture quality. Great pictures get great, get a lot more likes and stuff like that. So we'll definitely be working on that because that is something new that Avet is helping us promote, and we can go from there. I don't know which reel they are doing this month, but he did say they will be changing it up every month. Like it'll be one size of reel this month, next month it may be something totally different. So for sure, definitely gonna work with it. I left the pyramid weight on top of your counter. What size pyramid weight was it, boss? Yeah, Filipino food is good. It really is. But that's the thing. I don't have a lot of experience, you know, going to the Filipino restaurants and ordering. Normally when I would eat Filipino food, it was because my buddy that worked at the base, he would actually cook Filipino food, and man, it was, yeah, we would just eat what he had out. Like you didn't even, I mean, we asked what it was, but it, you know, it's different kind of deal. I'm definitely into Szechuan food, Filipino, Japanese. Like I'm about it. I am for sure. Some great flavors out there as well. So let's see. Why is that? Sorry. I didn't know the 5 or 6 sound. 6 weeks. What counter did you leave them on, boss? Oh, okay. I found them. Yes, yes. They were in the little tray there. My bad. That was my fault. That was my fault there. Yeah. I was just about to say that name, Hurton, right there, the adobo. Yep. Yeah, June Tugay. He good friend of mine out at the base. He was a chess playing fool too, for sure. He taught a lot of us guys how to play chess a lot better than what we thought we knew how to play. And man, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. So, we would spend our break time or whatever time we could when we could sit down and play chess. So, yes, no, you are paid up for those, boss. Yeah, they're yours. Like I said, that was my bad. I did charge you for them. Yes. Where are you at now, Billy? Oh, you're already in Fulton. Are you going to be going to like Port A, or are you coming back to Corpus anytime? Alright, there we go. The tray is done. And there you go. Yeah, so now let's move over there to find out how much weight I got of each, so that way I can get this sorted. But I gotta use the restroom real quick. Just a second. tub. Where are my bags? Oh, they're right here. Right in front of me. Got that tray. Oh man, not much eating. Papaya, they get grass and I wish I could go out and go long distance casting. That's 15 pounds right there. There you go. There's 20 pounds. Right there of the fours, and we still got about another 20 pounds right there, so it'll be about 40 pounds, but we'll make sure and get it all scaled out before we hit the road. I normally like to do them in 20 pound bags, so that way when they're handling them over there, they can actually handle it and not be overwhelmed by the weight. That's 44 pounds right there. Yep. 40 pounds. Maybe 10 pounds. Eight pounds. That was close. So now we're gonna clean out what we have in stock. Go ahead and add another bag so that we're on that. Also got to keep track of how much lead they poured. Where's the order? Now I can add more lead to it because, like I said, as they're out there pouring the weights and stuff like that, I got to keep track of how much lead they're putting out and in the time period they're doing it. So that way I know that they're carrying their weight load. Alright, so we got 60 pounds right there now. Those 3 bags. 60 pounds and a quarter. And actually I can do, yeah, I'll leave that there because that'll leave me a pound and a quarter here. So we have something on the shelf. Actually, we have 6 ounces, right? 8 ounces. Zero back out. We'll be around from about 2 to 4. I will be back here at the shop. Actually, 2 to 3, 3:30. Trying to get home a little early so that way I can take a shower before we hit the road. That way, working up a sweat and then trying to hit the road. Ain't trying to aggravate my wife's nasal cavities with my son. Yeah, 20 pounds right there. Alright, we got 48 pounds right there. Let's see. A lot of weight, a lot of weight, a lot of weight. Now I need more bags. Hold on. Now we got the pyramid. For the pyramids though, I normally triple bag it. Just can you show your best rod? What do you mean by my best rod? Like that we sell to customers, or what I feel is my favorite rod? Like, all right, Alton, check that out here. Not slipping these in because these got more of a sharper edge, and I've seen where I actually do that and they'll slip the whole bag open like that. So, and that's why I'm also triple bagging it, so I make sure that it doesn't fall open on them. 30 pounds right there. Let me see if I have any more signal. Alright. So, that's that. So I'm waiting for his response for football edit. He's asking us what our best rod is, and I need a little more info. Like, if you're talking about my personal rods, like what I consider my best one, or so it's 32 pounds. I have to write that down before I actually add the remaining weight. So here's what we got. Good amount ready to go. Heavier weights out of there, it's a pain in the butt sometimes. Yeah. 60 pounds. Woo-hoo. So, these claw weights are actually for Causeway Pier. They ordered 40 pounds the other day, and I think we only took them 11 pounds. But I need to get a weight of what we currently have, because these are what the guys poured. Actually, Nico poured these all by himself in a few hours, so weight on that. Go from there. That's 20 pounds right there. I gotta do 30. 30. £30. Roger that. 44, almost 45 pounds right there. Okay. This can go back on the shelf because that's all we needed was 30 pounds. Alright, now that we got that, this is our cargo tray. That way you can see what it looks like before I even get started. There's our 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4 ounce, then 5 and 6. So they want 300 3s, 4s, 200 of the 5s and 6s. Yes, sir. Now, let's do this. Yeah. This is why I need a film crew so they can follow me around when I'm doing everything I got to do. Make this run. This is why I like being able to have Jacob on the channel, because he can sit there and read comments or questions that are happening as I'm doing this, you know, and I have my back toward the camera kind of deal. This is also too why I haven't been going live a lot, because a lot of times I'm sitting there doing this and I'm kind of focused on what I'm doing so I don't make a mistake. All it does is take a little bit of loss of concentration. It's a long way for a mess up. I'm going to leave 3. I'm going to leave 3 just because it's an odd number. Okay, maybe 4. And that puts us at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 that we're delivering. My bags. Don't forget, you gotta, yes, I gotta be there by 1. 7:40, yeah. The good thing is the bank's only like 8 minutes away from where I'm at, so I should be able to knock this out and go on. Still gotta go to the computer and do the invoices, but the good thing is it's a small invoice, but it's got a lot of tackle on there. Yeah. 4s. Over the 5. Over there. Back again. What's up, Big Ron? Supposed to have 300. I don't think I have 300. I know that for sure. But I'm going to give them whatever I can so that way they can put stuff out on the shelf for the weekend. Especially because they're open Saturday and Sunday. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 125 4-ounce weights. And that leaves me with one on the shelf. So this is kind of the routine we do. We normally, when we have the availability of workers and time, we fill up everything we have, and then we start building extra to go in the back. But it wasn't but a few weeks ago that we placed the same order, and now they're going again. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with running that fine line, but I would like to have it where I have like 1,000 in the back on top of everything we got up here in front, so that way I always look full and I don't ever have to worry about empty shelves. But this is the bridge we're at, and I'm definitely going to keep crossing it. So again, if y'all are in Port A, be sure to go check out Port A Outfitters, because these are our surf weights in their shop. Look for this style for sure. You know what I mean? These are the ones we are stocking them with. And definitely pretty awesome. But man, y'all were talking about food earlier. Now my stomach is like, hey, you forgot about me. Yep. There you go, guys. Now you understand what I'm talking about by when we ship gear. If we ship it, you can fit a lot of tackle into those those boxes for the medium flat rate and the large flat rate. And, you know, normally we might stack it one way, but we'll pull it all out and stack it another way just to see if by chance, you know, having a different formula will make the weight sit in there better. So here's our 5 ounces full, and now you're gonna see them all disappear. That's a 9. That didn't. That's what I got left over. Technically, not left over, but I was just trying to see what I can keep on the shelf at the same time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 5 ounces. Alright, got that. I got a can shops. Okay, I'm a little lost. In can shops deny you to purchase line off the shelf to do the spooling, making more money that way? I don't understand what it means. Can shops deny me spooling or buying the line off the shelf? I don't understand that. Normally, when I buy line though, I buy direct from the manufacturer because going through a distributor, they add on, most distributors where from 10 to 40% is what they charge to distribute to us. You know, they bring in the tackle, they sit on it, they have it ready for us. So depending on who you go to, they will do that. But if you work, sometimes you can work good deals with distributors because a lot of times they don't move a lot of product or a certain product, but if you start giving them the ability to move more product, they will help you out because they see that you're helping them out. So. All right, and then now the 6s. So we have some that are already bagged. Got that on our shelf. Yes, yeah. Excuse me. Thank you everybody for the bless you. Yes. The bag had 25 of them in there. Got here. Yep, welcome back to America. What is it? What y'all call it? Let's see, John. Are you planning to do some Christmas? I am trying my best to get on it. What I actually want to do is set up for the Thanksgiving meals, because y'all inspired me to do that. So I'm looking at setting that up. We got 3 6-ounce surf weights left over. So, now we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. We got 5, 4, 8. Yeah. So 95. Roger that. Let's see. What is it? Anglers Fishing Anonymous? Is this today's group meeting? Hello, my name is Albert Sapuche, and I'm addicted to fishing. I started back when I was like 5 years old. Got introduced to the addiction by my parents because I had to get out of the house some way, so they took us out there and then taught us how to bait our lines and tie our hooks, and now it's just like it has taken over my life. And I'm always thinking of fishing and going fishing and talking fishing, and kind of smell like fish sometimes, and yeah, it is. A lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand like why we do it, why we're so addicted to it. They just don't. So it's hard to get people to see what we see. I mean, we got fish on the brain kind of deal, if you want to call it that. And I think I've gotten my kids addicted to the same deal. Like, So soon you may have some new members coming in to share their stories as well on fishing. Ow. Ow. Okay. All right, guys. So, that's a total amount of weight. You could, but I've got to hurry up and cut and run because I've got to get to the bank, get all this loaded into my truck, get it printed out, and hit the road so I can be back in time because I got Kruger Automotive coming by, and then I got that window to do that. So, again, guys, welcome to Fishing Anonymous, and we will check y'all later. Keep the fishing going and stuff like that. So, yes, sir. But I gotta go. Talk to y'all later, guys.